Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we had kind of an impulse buy. This is the Dragonzord, the green Dragonzord. It is called a Super Cyborg X-Ray action figure. That is fun to say. It sounds pretty cool. It's by a company called Super 7. For those of you who don't know, not that I'm an expert, I believe Super 7 is based in San Francisco. And they even have like a big, I think it's like a big retail store just for their stuff in San Francisco as well. But they collaborate with a lot of Japanese toy manufacturers. So yeah, they've made quite a few cool things. And so we're gonna take a look at this one. This is, I think, the first Super 7 I'm reviewing on this channel, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm a sucker for the Green Ranger. You know, we saw the Green Ranger Dagger review, which was made me feel like a kid again. Hopefully this will do the same. I honestly don't know anything about it. I don't know what to expect. I don't even know if it needs like batteries or anything. I saw Green Ranger Dragonzord and I bought it. That was it. Hence the impulse buy. So hopefully it lives up to my expectations. I'm kind of biased when it comes to this sort of stuff anyway, but yeah, let's open it up. And actually, before we do, I mean, as you can see, the packaging is actually pretty cool. I don't know why that's a big deal to me, but I mean, the box actually looks like there was some real effort put into it. I don't know if you can see with the lighting, but a lot of the like the gold is actually like, it looks foiled. Like it's very shiny gold. We like shiny things. But yeah, even the descriptions and like the diagrams, it's really well put together. So I'm kind of psyched for this. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's open it up. All right, here we go. Here we have it. This is it out of the box. As you can see, I didn't put the tail on because I thought, you know what, we can do it together. It'll be an experience for both of us. And I just took it out of the box and put it up here really quick because I didn't want to spoil it. Obviously, you know, I review these kind of as we see them. I'm not gonna prep for them. I just kind of, you know, call them as we see them. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. One thing I did notice is that there is no, I mean, you don't, it's not like an action figure in the sense of, you know, all kinds of movement and all kinds of flashy lights and sound effects. It doesn't take batteries. It's basically just, you know, a collectible. Which is fine for us because that's what we do. So yeah, actually, you know what, let's go ahead and put the tail on right now. So actually, let's put it on first and then I'll explain what it does. And it's just kind of like, there's like a rubber gasket in there and then ball joint. And see if I can force. Yeah, easy enough. The tail end does spin like it did in the show. But it doesn't do it like automatically. There's no button to press, you know, obviously no batteries. It just moves for the sake of moving. Other movement, I mean, the feet rotate and the arms move up and down and the wrists rotate. So, like I said, limited articulation. What this is known for, why it's called an X-ray action figure, is because this part does pop off. And then here we can actually get technical, right? So here's, you got your main targeting system. You got your, you know, power generator right here in the gold, right? Your leg articulation, coolant system, you know, central command up here with the Green Ranger just sitting pretty. Also, before you give me props for knowing all that stuff, it was actually printed on the box. So, you know, don't, as much as I love that street cred for being, you know, like a master Dragonzord engineer, I cheated. But the detail's pretty cool. The paint job is pretty slick. Even the Green Ranger, I mean, you know, he's pretty small up there. So the detail's a little lacking, but overall, just like the way it shows the components, it looks pretty slick. I like it. Looks good. I don't remember how often you would see this part, like the X-ray part in the show, to be honest. I remember seeing like Central Command, obviously. But it's cool that they did that and kind of showed you the diagnostics and how the Dragonzord works. Also, it's really cool. This just pops back on really easy. So that's good. There's no like awkward snapping, and then you snap one of the pegs and it doesn't go in all the way. None of that. So it just pops right on there. But yeah, I mean, movement in the tail, movement in the feet, movement in the arms, you know, whatever you choose to do. There are other, Dragonzord figures out there. There's one I'm waiting for that, has like accessories that it comes with, and the fingers kind of have like they extend, and the rockets and stuff like that. But for a collectible, which is what this one's classified as, it's really good. One thing I was confused on is that it looks like there's movement in this part of the leg, but it actually doesn't move, and it can't move because this part holds it in place. So I don't know why that feels like that. If this maybe just how it's built, it's just separate pieces. Um, there's a little bit of movement up in the hip too, so it almost seems like this leg could move, but it doesn't. If you get this, obviously you're just looking to display it or collect it, or leave it in the box, whatever you choose to do. But I mean, the paint job is really good. The only part of the paint job I think, and it's not good or bad, it's just something that I don't really like, is when like this plastic right here. I'll try to get it in the light so you can see it. Kind of see it right there. It's very shiny and reflective, and it doesn't look as smooth as the rest of it. Like the rest of this is just kind of like a smooth, non-reflective finish. Some of it is reflective. You can kind of see a reflection in the green, but it just kind of takes away from the detail a little bit. That's just that's just me, just my opinion. Like the sides here, the gold and the green looks really good. Right here, the gold and the green with the emblem looks really good. Paint job around here, around the waist, also looks really good. Kind of wish where you put them back together right here, I wish there wasn't such a gap. I mean, it's not a huge gap, but it kind of takes away from the design a little bit. But yeah, it's like even the back part, like the fin or whatever you want to call it, is really good. And here's another. Yeah, I kind of get nitpicky with these. I apologize. Not trying to be so granular with the review, but this gold right here, which is kind of blurry on the camera, that's a very like narrow spot to paint. So the fact that it's such a clean gold paint job right there is actually really good, especially like right here around that square part. Um, yeah, the mouth doesn't move, but yeah, there's a little bit of a seam there, but it's not bad. I wonder why. Oh, it's on. Okay, I was gonna say it almost looks like this was supposed to be painted too. There's a little divot there, but it's not. So I guess it's not supposed to be. Um, but yeah, it's put together pretty nice. Um, let's see. Yeah, wow. I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty solid. When you look at something, or at least when I look at something like this, the paint job is the one thing to stand out, right? Because you don't have to worry about like the movability and the articulation with it, because it's just supposed to kind of sit there. So I always kind of look at the paint job a little extra in depth, but little seam there, but it's pretty smooth. Yeah, let's go ahead and put them back up there and just let them spin. Okay, I was actually kind of worried when I put the tail on. I was like, I wonder how flat it's going to stand, because it looked like the tail hung kind of low, but he actually stands really good. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid figure. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple review. Because like I said, there's not a whole lot to go over. The paint job is kind of the one thing I look for, and then obviously I look, at some of the seams to make sure they don't stand out too much. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. It's basically just, a miniaturized version of the actual Dragonzord, which is obviously basically a toy itself that was filmed to look like a robot. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good to display. I mean, it looks good spinning there. And the lighting is looking pretty suave. So yeah. I'd say that was an impulse buy success. We'll call it that, or we should say a lack of buyer's remorse. So I was glad to kind of get a hold of that. And definitely be on the lookout for more Super 7 stuff. I just kind of, I got this and then I kind of looked into the company and they have some pretty cool stuff out there. So we might be doing some more Super 7 reviews. Just kind of split it up. We're not attached to one manufacturer or one, designer, creator, whatever you want to call it. So this is definitely one that we'll kind of put on the watch list from now on. And yeah. Anyway, like I said, simple review. Hope you guys liked it. As always, click like, subscribe, or dislike if you don't like it. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'm not afraid of feedback. As long as, constructive feedback, I'll take it. But yeah, if you enjoy watching this, please let me know. I like making these, but it's more enjoyable if they if they get watched as well. So with that, I will end the video. So again, thank you for watching, and we will see you probably in about a week. Take care.